Kawasaki S3 1974 bike. It's for sale on eBay, but the sale ends today. Want to see how fast it revs? It reacts fast. Jumps up right on it. I want to show you the lights. The light stubs off. High beam, low beam. Both blinkers work. Left blinker. Right blinker. Left blinker. Front brake. And the rear brake. Alright, get set it off. So all the lights and the brakes work. Well, obviously the brakes work. It's a blast to drive. The main thing wrong with it, though, the only thing that you see that's not perfect is a little scratch on the front fender. I don't know the story behind it, but I bet somebody had fun. Other than that, it's really clean. You can see it's even got this little rubber cap that still covers the brake bleeder. It's been stored inside most of its life from the looks of it because the metal's really smooth. It doesn't have pitting on it or anything. Here on the engine, it's got new spark plugs, new fuel cable all along. A really smooth paint job. A lot of people asked about it. The clear coat goes over the Kawasaki logo, so it's got a pretty smooth transition there. The carbs have been removed and disassembled and cleaned. They got new float pins and new carburetor gaskets, new float bowl gaskets. Let's see. In some of the pictures, I didn't have the Mach II decal on there, but that's there. That's the only one that's not underneath the clear coat. We put that on after the paint cured completely. The pipes are really smooth. It's got, I replaced a lot of the hardware with Allen heads, a lot of the screws, because the old ones in there strip pretty easily. Not strip, but the heads were all messed up on some of them. It's got a brand new chain, an O-ring chain, new front and rear sprockets. The grab bar up here is the only part that didn't come from this bike, so it's got a little bit of rust right here in front. Not bad, but a little bit. It looks like the grab bar came from a bike that probably got stored outdoors, and this one didn't. So the rest of the metal on this one's really smooth without the pitting and the rust that you get outdoors. I got new tires. I still have the original tires that came with. If anybody wants them, if the buyer wants to get them, the 1974 tires are on it. Was still on it when I bought it last year. It's there's a tiny, less than an inch long tear in the back of the seat, the original seat. I drove it home on the highway doing 70 with the original tires on it, even though those tires were, you know, pretty dry and still had good tread though. It only has 11,000 miles, 11.5. The brake cables look great. It still has this original rubber piece on it that's still soft and pliable. All the mufflers got taken apart and cleaned and repacked. You pulled the guts out. These tires are brand new. They've only got 2 miles on them just from playing with it to make sure everything works well. My favorite part is over here, where the seat opens. I would think all bikes should have this. It's still got all the stock decals under here. There's a compartment here for your documents. Got my insurance in there. And I kept, of course, the stock decals on that. It's got a compartment here that holds your spare spark plugs. Cute little thing. It's cracked, so it's got some clear tape on it as well, but it still works really great. New battery. All the fuel liners are placed, including the vent hose here. And these decals, the little helmet hook, are all the original decals. The frame's been sanded and repainted, but I taped over the decals so the original ones would still be there. You see it's got the aftermarket air filters on here. Yeah, very clean bike. It should have about 11,500 miles today. No, 11,499. By the time it gets rolled onto a truck and loaded to ship somewhere, it might have 11,500. It comes with the original owner's manual. I put a new gasket here on the top of the gas tank. The old one was kind of dry, of course. It's real clean in there. I'm really been happy with this bike. It's beautiful. It's been a good project. The seat leather's pretty great. It's all original. And pop it back down. There are lots of web pages where you can buy the aftermarket parts, like the sticker that goes up here. But on this bike, I really didn't need to buy all that stuff. It was in such clean shape ahead of time.
New grips.
It does have new grips, of course. Somebody'd put modern grips on it, and it just didn't look right. Thanks so much for looking at it on eBay. I appreciate it, and I hope you bid.